Hi, everybody. Yeah, now we're starting. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us in this Chat by Typeform workshop. My name is Christina. I'm a product marketing manager here at Typeform, and I'm joined by who? Probably the best person I can be with today. That's Jackie. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, I'm the product manager for interfaces, which is basically everything that you see on the share page.
Excellent. So, as I said, the best person probably. So, what we will be covering today, we've revisited a workshop that we did during the Meaningful event. I'm not sure if you all attended. It was a very good one. So we did a chat workshop then, and we revisited it and included extra pieces that hopefully you'll find very useful. Basically, we've developed the product even more, Jackie has, and the team, and we want to highlight all these new features that hopefully enhance the chat experience even more. Okay, so first, the agenda, hopefully, there you go, agenda, sorry. So what we will be covering today, first, I will do a bit of an introduction on what chat is and how you can use it, probably like giving you some tips on use cases, right? We've looked quite a few of them. We have four actually highlighted. Then Jackie will be building a web navigation chat in minutes. How are you about that, Jackie?
Really? Good. It's under 6 minutes, so I think we will be successful.
Hopefully. And then the last bit that we added extra, right? So the new features, Jackie will be covering them. Ready for that? And then last but not least, we will cover the Q&A. So by all means, if you have questions that you want to ask, you can start publishing them now. We'll cover them later, or like maybe we can even like answer them during the demo and the session, right?
Yeah.
So, excellent. So about chat. Before we dive in, I would like to ask the audience, and maybe you can post this in the comments, if any of you are marketers, like hopefully some of you are. If you are, like hopefully the next two things that I will say really resonate with you. So does this sound like you? First, you're coping with a high demand of prospects requests fast enough, and it's a struggle. So you cannot cope with the demand that you have at the moment, and you want to do it fast. And at the moment, it's quite hard. We've seen this quite. This has been like a struggle, especially with the COVID situation. There's many people that are reaching out through online, even more, and like the requests are piling up, and it's difficult to answer them in a way that is fast and personalized, right? And then there's another thing, which is you want to provide your visitors with the best personalized experience from the moment they land on your website or the first interaction they have with you, hopefully, right? If you're here, we hope that's because of that, and that's a must in your daily lives, right? So yeah, so these are the two things that we think are a big problem right now. And that's why we have chat. So chat is chat allows you to answer questions and provide relevant information to prospects fast in an engaging manner. And because you do it like that, you have more happy visitors that will lead to more leads or like more like longer like users really, right? Next. So what chat is our answer to chatbots mostly. So why you should use chat by Typeform? There's 4 reasons really. One is that it allows for efficiency and automation. As we were previously seeing, you might have like a high demand of requests that you cannot really cope with. This is the answer to that, efficiency and automation. But automation doesn't mean that you cannot be personal. With chat, you can be personal and engaging at the same time. Another thing that you can do with Typeform, and we will see it with Jackie, is that you can build a chat in minutes. And not only that, it's easy to use, fast to set up, and last but not least, it's easy to edit. So sometimes you might just have a chat live already, and you will come across like something that needs to be changed or needs to be amended. You can do it in minutes as well. No need for like long processes, etc. And last but not least, it's free to get started, like everything with Typeform. So it's in the free plan already. Now, some ideas on how you can potentially use it. We have highlighted 4 templates. We'll have 4 templates already in the in-app template gallery and 4 use cases that you can start with. At the moment, by all means, these are not the only ones, right, Jackie? There's more. But these are the 4 that we thought we would highlight today. So on the one hand, it's like capturing leads. So many people use it for like, I don't know, you can put the chat on your homepage, on your sales page, and start like engaging with your audiences in a much personal way, and therefore get more leads. Another thing that we've seen, people recommending products through a chat. So you can collect, information that is relevant to make that recommendation and provide that recommendation within a chat. So it's again like this one-to-one experience, really, like a shop assistant in a way. Another thing that you can do, and we've seen this quite a lot, is helping your users navigate throughout your website. So we see that many websites are like populated with a lot of information. You want to give all the information you can possibly have to your users, or your visitors. But sometimes this can be overwhelming. A chat can help you really direct people to the right page, right? Or really do like a mini Q&A to make sure that you provide the information in a fast way, engaging way, and people do not spend hours trying to find it, right? And last but not least, if you're running an event, for example, you can collect the registrations again through a chat. So this means I don't know, again, this one-to-one feeling, personalized experience, whilst you get their emails or the information you need for your event. So these are the 4 ones that we highlighted. By all means, they are not the only ones. But yeah, we thought we could suggest these 4. Right? And now it's your turn, Jackie. As we said, we can provide that. We can show how you can build a chat in minutes, and Jackie will actually do that in minutes. You have only this session to do it.
I'm trying to press play for the video. There it is. Okay, perfect. So before we get into the video, I just want to state that the use case that I'm building here is website navigation. Now, we wanted to make it very simple using variables and one ending to make it easy for you to scale this up if you have more than 4 landing pages. So right now, what we're looking at is a design studio. I am a student that's interested in design courses. I click on the chat, and then once I get through the specific questions, the take me there will take me to the appropriate landing page to help guide me on what I was specifically looking for. So that is the use case, and we're going to show you how we built it. And so I believe it should be playing. Perfect. Okay. As you can see, it is 4 questions and then 1 ending. And so what I did here to do this quickly, I slightly cheated and used one of our amazing templates that basically made this a lot easier for me to implement in 6 minutes. So if you haven't gone to our template gallery, take a look. I use the Chat Web Navigation Assistant template. This is one actually that Christina built. Something, if you don't know, the template gallery is fully interactable. So you can interact with the template prior to actually, using the template if you want to just test it out first, see what it looks like, or the colors, that type of thing. This template's great because it does go through so many different questions that would be pertaining to some sort of web navigation, but then also there's different endings that you can create. So if you haven't looked at this template, definitely check it out. There's a lot of different questions that are pertaining to you, using a lot of different question block types that make it more fun and interactive. This is the logic map piece. This has been released for a little bit now, but it's one of my favorite pieces in the app, only because you can see all the endings and it's very clear, and I'm very process oriented. So I love this.
Zoom in and zoom out as well to see.
Right. It's quite lovely. And that team is making a lot of updates coming up. So what I'm doing now is deleting all of the different question blocks. Most people use templates for the colors, and that is exactly what I used it for. It also has a cute icon and this really cute GIF, however you say it. It's my favorite piece of this form. It looks wonderful in the actual chat UI. So what you're seeing me do now is updating all of the different questions to make them more pertaining to me. I've gone ahead and made this a required field, as well as remove the other option because there is no path for other. And so then I'm finally just customizing this to say my name, and then taking out the time to complete feature, which is a great feature, just not pertaining to this use case. So Again, I had stated that we're going to do one ending with multiple paths using the variable feature, which I will show you how to set up in this video. It's a great feature. It basically allows you to have different paths for the user to click on or go to once they click on the final submit action. So I'm taking off the social icons, and then this is where you will enter the variable in that button link section. So this is where you would put in your domain, and then the variable will be the page after. And I'll show you how that is done right now. So basically you want to go to the advanced section of logic and then add a variable. This is a very powerful feature, one that I haven't really explored as much. I don't know, Christina, if you've had it, but it's great. You can create it as a text or a number field. Right now I left it blank, but I could see value for like campaign managers that want to add someone to a specific campaign and integration based on a tag like that. So that could be valuable. So again, I cannot stress enough, this needs to be an exact match for the variable to work. So you want to be very mindful of the different landing pages that you have and what they're called and how many dashes there are.
No shortcuts.
No shortcuts. So that's the setup that we want for the button. I'm going to go ahead and publish and then kind of review all the different questions that I had. Perfect. So now I'm going to go to the logic section and actually add the variable. Add the variable to the branching section. So what I am doing here is basically creating the logic that if a respondent or a user clicks on a specific multiple choice action, the variable will change for the button. So if they want to learn more about tuition, it will take them to the pricing page or the tuition page. If they want to know more about courses, and that's how it's set up. And that's why it's quite scalable. So if you have so many different options, yeah, there's just so many different options that you can have, and you can have trees on trees. But as you will see later, that this method does not necessarily show up in the logic because we are manipulating the ending. We won't see 4 different options. So you'll have to be mindful of how many variables you have and where they're going. So basically here I'm saving it, and as you can see in the logic, it's like a 4-step flow, and then each of the different options will take the user to a different landing page. This is the part of the video I should have edited out, but it's basically showing that you can change a normal chat or a normal link to a chat by just changing the 2 to a C in the link, or you could actually just go to the chat embed page and click copy link. So right now what I'm just doing is double checking that this actually works. So, hi Jackie, want to learn more about University X, and here are the options. And so I clicked on courses, and now it's going to go and search for that document and then let me click on it. And as you can see, it redirected. And it went to specifically the courses page. So that's basically the end of the video. And now I'm going to talk about more of the embed options that we have and the new features that we have. But if you have any questions on that, feel free to start adding them to the chat. I don't see the chat, Christina.
Yeah, I'm seeing the chat, yes.
Okay, perfect.
We can cover the features first. But yeah.
All right, switching to this page. Perfect. So I don't know if any of you can see new features. I feel like I should zoom in just a smidge.
Just a little bit, yes.
Yeah, let me do that.
Because there's a lot in this page already. It's very relevant.
Yes. So I don't know if you can see this little greeting message, but that is something that we added recently, which I'm really excited about. It's really just to kind of get your respondent hooked early, maybe. Eventually, we would love some sort of personalization here, like, hey, Jackie, welcome back, or something like that. But that's very far in the future, but that's kind of where we're going. So we did add this little welcome message that you can customize here up to 50 characters. We kept it at 50 because it just looks great in that section. But if you do have additional needs, like please shout. It would be great to get some feedback on that. Something that we also added was being able to customize the icon. So we're able to actually add an icon if you want. I had one here ready. There we go. So basically you can customize this icon and obviously the colors with it. So that's a really good ad. Ideally, we would move into the media gallery, but that's something for later on. And then finally, we have this like fun little notification dot. So it's basically a red dot that sits on the icon, and then you can hide the interaction after a certain number of days. So these are the cool new things. Yeah, I think it's really cute.
For marketers, I bet they will like it. Like, it's super annoying to have that dot. Like, people will be inclined to click it even more because just you need to know exactly what's there, right?
Right.
So,
exactly. Ideally, we could make this bounce, but maybe later in the future. And then finally, I don't know if many of you know, but we do have custom launch options, and this is available on all embeds and now is available on chat. So what are these options that we have? On page load, so as soon as the respondent or the user loads the page, the pop-up will shoot out. Or exit intent, so we have an invisible line up here. So basically, if the user moves up to that certain section, it will pop up. We didn't use a specific corner because different browsers have different things, and that's kind of why we just had like a little layer at the top. And then we also have, sorry, go ahead.
No, like I was thinking, like this is extremely useful. Like we've used it in the past, also internally at Typeform, just to collect information and feedback. For example, if there's any UX people in the room, this is extremely valuable because you can't really like pop up like a chat to collect feedback on why they're like exiting a page, right? And why did they not convert or do like X that you wanted them to do?
Absolutely.
Right? So
like, did you not find what you were looking for, or did you have additional information, feedback? Yeah, absolutely. This is a good one for lead gen too, that like pops up after a couple of seconds. That's also cute. I really enjoy that little pop-up. It makes it feel more personalized. And then finally, we have after a scrolling amount, which I can't actually demo here, but basically it will pop up after a certain percentage scrolled, which is also cool. I know the agency's teams love these a lot.
That links to maybe one of the use cases that we were highlighting, right? So like maybe the web navigation default. So maybe we don't need to pop up like the chat immediately once like they load a page, but actually if they scroll down and you see that they are not finding the right information, maybe you want to pop it up to just help them out and make the experience a lot like better, right? So there's loads of combinations there.
Absolutely. Yeah. So those are the new features that we have for chat. Maybe I can steal the thunder really quick on one more feature that just launched this morning, but it's very, let me just make sure it's on my account. So now we're able to customize the link. This should be full rolled out by the end of the month, but now you're able to customize. Well, it's up to 15 characters, but we'll see if we want to update it. But basically you can customize this link now.
Excellent.
Which is super exciting. Not really chat related, even though once you update it there, it does update for everywhere, which is super nice. But yeah, it's all of the big feature releases that we had. What's the question space look like?
Not bad. May I say not bad, because we were presenting this like a month and a half ago, and all these new features that Jackie was presenting were not like they were in the making, they were not even ready. And so seeing all these like list of things that really enhance the experience, that's absolutely great. And on that link, for example, like obviously we've been covering the use case with the embed chat, but you can also have it as a full page, and that is super relevant to have to be able to tweak that link completely, right?
Yeah.
So let me read out like some questions. I can see like them piling up a little bit. Let me see. Like actually, Gabriel was saying that his partner, he's an optician, and he uses chat to do like an early diagnosis. So that's amazing that she's doing that.
That's awesome.
Okay, so okay. Yeah, is the chat right, still right side only, or like can
Yes.
we put it in different places?
It's on the right side only, but would love to get the feedback on where. Okay, so you just want to make it left side. I think that would be definitely something to add.
Mm-hmm. To the
to like a backlog, but I'm curious on like just the left or like anywhere on the screen. I think that would be interesting.
John, if you can respond to that, that would be great. Like, I don't know, like Jackie is all ears on any feedback, because that would be great. Another question, could we hide the chat to folks who have already filled it? So say satisfaction survey, for instance, that would be great if we can just like hide it once that's completed.
No, but I do like, so after they filled it out, to have that, yeah, that's something that we'd like to move to, but that's kind of like a technical hurdle, but I do love that idea.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. On the first question, John was saying, especially like it's useful, like to be able to put that icon in different places, especially for right to left languages, like Arabic.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's interesting. Yeah, definitely. If you want to go global, if you have a global business, definitely that's something that is to consider. Okay, more questions. Let me see. Yeah, can you see that? Like, yeah, when I start with a chatbot setup, I no longer see the toggle. How come?
That's because we are iterating the different builder versions. So we have recognized that not having the chat interface in the builder is a hurdle. And so that's something that the builder team is working through. There is a new iteration of the builder that has another side tab that just got released. So yes, that's something that we want to add to the product in the next couple of quarters.
Yeah, that's something that's being worked on. Okay, so is chat included as part of the Typeform pricing?
Go ahead, Christina.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a really good question. Yes, it is. It's free, like it's part of the free plan, and then it scales as like the rest of the Typeform plans scale. So really, yeah, it's really good because like, yeah, you can start for free, and it's part of the whole Typeform package. So you can create a Typeform or a chat or both, all in one plan, which is absolutely amazing. Hopefully you like it too. Okay, so how can chat work best with the behavioral triggers? That's something that we covered slightly. So maybe we can look into like all the options and what we can see.
I think it really just depends on your use case, Sarah. So if you are looking at like, if it's a contact, lead gen, or contact us type form, maybe you want the user to have scrolled the page for a period of time before you show the pop-up. So like if they got to the end of the page and they didn't click on it, maybe that's the time to induce the pop-up. So after scrolling, or something that I like is if you're on like a pricing page, and it's like, oh, how can I help you better decide on what pricing plan is best for you? You would want like after a set time on the page, right? Like if they've been sitting there for 5 minutes or something, that might be some time to push it. Or a good one is like exit intent with the pop-up. Just basically if somebody's trying to leave, or maybe they didn't find what they were looking for, then you can be like, have the assistant pop up and ask more questions and help them move through the funnel as you need.
Absolutely.
Christina, did you have any other thoughts? Yeah.
No, it's basically like it's a super powerful functionality. I cannot believe like you built this like so quickly, Jackie, because really ultimately it helps you engage with your audience in the right place at the right time. Really,
Yeah.
so it's really selecting the trigger that really helps you do that. But like there's loads of functionalities, loads of options there, and you can by all means try different options. I don't know, like you might see that actually by like up and scrolling is much better than if you put like a timer, right?
Yeah,
it's things that you can test as well to really make sure that
and it's on sorry Christina, but it's also on all of the embed options as well, except for standard and full page. But pop-up, slider, and popover, as well as side tab, have that behavioral functionality, if just so that everyone knew on the call. Does chat support all Typeform Classic question types? Yes, with the exception of payment and the matrix question block. That's all right, I think. Yeah.
That's correct. Are there any differences with connectability? Will it still drop all the data into Google Sheet or HubSpot, for example?
If you are connecting this, yes, so it works just like a normal form. So if you have it connected to a specific integration, once the submission is complete, it will pass to that specific integration. So it works like a normal form. Yeah, it's just a normal form that looks like a chat. It's a chat interface.
The power is the same as Typeform, literally. So you think about like all the functionalities, all the really good connecting like integrations and so on, and it's exactly the same for a chat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any other questions?
Okay, I think we covered that one. How can chat work best with behavioral triggers? It's like, again, we put some examples on things that you can try out in terms of like use cases, but also thinking about like the whole benefit, which is like engaging with your audience at the right time in the right place, because you can embed it in multiple pages, like it doesn't matter. Just making sure that you provide the best experience to them, really. Yes. I think that is all the questions we covered. Let's see if there's any more. No, I don't think there are. Well, if you have feedback, as always, if you have feedback as always, or like questions anytime, obviously that's why like we have the online community for. And then yes, we'll be evolving the product as it goes. Yes, I think we can wrap it up here. Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you, Jackie, for like this demo, like speedy demo. Hopefully everyone feels empowered now to create like this chat in minutes. We definitely, like you definitely showed that we can do that. So by all means, try it at home and let us know how it works.
Yes, and if you could drop comments in the community center documents, that would be helpful for us to understand directly kind of what your use cases are and what the gaps are that you're seeing as you implement your different chat options.
Yep. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.